Dear members of the press, I want to first of all thank you for the patience, because we were supposed to go with you to meet the minister as you were handing in our submissions, but incidentally we were blocked, we were not allowed. So we want to appreciate your patience, to accept to wait until when we finish. The meeting which we thought would take only 1 hour. We entered in at about 10 and we left at 2, as you see. So we want to appreciate, we want to begin by appreciating you for your time, for the patience, for really being there with us. Me, Fred Bahati, I'm on this team mainly as a consultant in management and governance issues, because the policy that is proposed, or the law, looks mostly at the management and governance of faith-based institutions. So I, being a consultant in those fields, I had to also come on board, definitely on the pastors, the National Pastors Platform, which is headed by none other than Dr. Bishop David Chiganda. And along with this team, we have been sitting, we have been having meetings, and we exhaustively tackled the concept paper and the emerging issues and responded to all of them one by one. So it is the responses that we've been having or working on, which today we handed over officially to the Minister of Ethics and Integrity. And we have again fully explained our position in regards to the proposed policy or law. And our position has been very clear. It has been very clear because when you look at the intentions or the spirit in which the policy and the laws, if I may call them laws, the spirit in which they are trying to bring them is that they want to curb, to curtail, to solve a big problem of cult, false preachers, false prophets, manipulation, obtaining money by false pretense, and all acts, all criminal acts. And for us, as people who have a bit of knowledge of what is going on in the country and the laws which we have in the land, we have clearly explained to the minister that no, we have enough laws in this country which can handle any criminal offense anyone can do, either in the name or in the pretext of a pastor or a prophet or an apostle. Whatever he or she can do that is criminal has got a commensurate law which can address it. So that has been our position, and we have clearly explained the same position to the minister. and the consultant. So thank you so much for waiting for us till we finished. And again, we are saying that our position is that this country has enough laws. If somebody asks money to pray for you, you are at liberty to refuse. Or if you see it as extortion, then you can report to him. You can report to police, and they'll come for him. So we don't need another policy. Again, we have addressed the issue of having one organization, one religious or faith organization, which can regulate others. We said that is impossible because we believe in differently. Whereas most of us are Christians, but our faith somehow, in one or the other, differ. We cherish different things. We have different ideologies.
The Catholics are different from Anglicans.
The Catholics are different from Anglicans. So you cannot give powers to Catholics, for example, to regulate Anglicans. Or you cannot give powers to Anglicans to regulate Pentecostals or Orthodox. Neither can you give Seventh-day Adventists powers to regulate Catholics or Pentecostals. So that is again practically impossible. So for us, we say that no, let us remain the way we have been. For those errant preachers of the gospel, they can be handled by the existing laws. So basically, that has been our position, and we have fully presented it to the Minister of Ethics and Integrity. I think I can end there for now.
Okay. Worrying the society, they worry us as well. When government choose to sit back, when all sorts of things and chaos and confusion and abusive language is happening, and government choose to hide in a thought that there is no law and there is no policy yet that can arrest that. Meaning to say that it has to continue as government is coming up with a policy that can cap that down or get it arrested. In our opinion, we think that is very wrong. There is no evil that can be done in Uganda at the moment which is not provided for in the law. That is what we are telling the government. The issue of saying that there need to be a law in order to arrest some of the things that are going on that are not right, things like manipulation, obtaining money by false pretense, and things of that sort. We think it's unfair when the implementers of the law, the custodians of the law, choose to say, well, it is because there is no policy yet until we come up with a policy. Number one, we think that is very unfair because there is enough laws in this country. There is no crime that you can commit in this country which is not provided for in the law of Uganda. Two, the coming of the new policy that is proposed, we are looking at it as a wastage of the taxpayers' money. Okay? We are looking at it as a wastage of taxpayers' money. The entire process will just be a wastage of taxpayers' money, while we already having enough laws in the country that can manage this country, that can manage any crisis, that can arrest anything that is coming up. You can't tell me that there is no law about defamation when somebody defames another. Do you need a new law in Uganda to really curb down defamation? Do you need a new law if manipulation has taken place? Do you need a new law if somebody obtains money by false pretense? We really don't think you need a new law. Actually, our mission today to the Minister of Ethics and Integrity, Mr. Honorable Simon Irokodo. We just went to remind him that there is enough laws in the country, there is enough laws in the land. If we can check carefully, there is so much that can cover everything and that can cover anything that is happening. And therefore, he should not excuse himself and hide into the coming of the new policy that it will be the one that will make things better. That's what we went to remind him. We wanted to remind the government of their responsibility. If I go on air, okay? If I go on air, TV, radio, and I defame you, or I insult you, or I abuse you, and government tells me that, you know, because there is no policy yet, then what is the use of Uganda Communications Commission? Why are they there? And what are they doing? Are they not facilitated? Don't they have a working document at all? Really? Could that be true, that they have nothing to do? So we think, I will not say that government is weak, but maybe they just needed to put their house in order, to remember that this land has enough law. You don't need a new law to, you know, to engage somebody who is insulting another on media when you already have Uganda Communication Commission, which has got a legal framework in which they are doing their work. Yes, sir. Registration, depending on where their interest is. If someone wants to carry out to NGO activities, you know, the so-called charity activities, he knows where he's supposed to go. He knows that he's supposed to go in a government organization, NGO. That's where it falls. When you look at the traditional religions, and these are the Catholic and the Anglicans, the reason why many years ago they chose to go for trusteeship, and that's where they are registered, that means their interest was to protect their properties. Now you cannot force them to divert away from their interest. To them, that is where their interest is. Okay? Now back to what you said first, that why are we more concerned than others? Number one, we are more concerned, and we think everyone, whoever is knowledgeable, should be concerned as well. Maybe others, the reason why they are not concerned, they don't have the knowledge that we have about this issue. We are seeing just a duplication of effort. You know, the ministry is just trying to duplicate what is already there. There is enough laws. That's what you telling me. Just mention one crime that has been doing around this time which doesn't have a law that provides for it. Mention one.
False prophecy.
What?
False prophecy.
You mean this government can make a law, okay? Much as I personally, David Uganda, I hate false prophets. But do you think in law you can address the issue of false prophets? You as government, do you have a book of a doctrine? Do you have any doctrinal book that is going to define which one is a false prophet and which one is not? In my opinion, everyone that practices a religion which I don't practice, I look at him as a false prophet. And I believe he would do the same to me. That's why he doesn't practice mine. You understand what I'm saying? The reason why I don't practice your religion is because I don't believe in it. And the reason why you don't practice mine is just because you're looking at me as false. That's why you don't come for mine. Now, do you think there is a law that can really come and put that right?
And for example, can you say
in a law that is not allowed to target a certain group and you make a law for them? That would be termed as discrimination. The law should cover everybody, isn't it? But now, when you create this law and you are doing it for everyone, and the name of the law is called Religious and Faith-Based Organization Policy. Okay. Now that word religious, maybe it is for the religions that are well known to be religion. But the word faith is such a wide word that can as well cover Mama Fina. It can cover Uwobushobozi, Bishaka. Much as I may not believe in what he's doing, it may cover anything that is, any kind of worship. I think you will agree with me that the Basamize also believe that theirs is also a religion, and they call it a traditional religion. In my opinion, as a Pentecostal preacher, I believe all what they are doing is false. But in a country where you have no state religion, and you recognize it as a secular state, okay, Mama Fina may have a right, much as a person I may not believe in what she's doing, she may have a right to exist. So how will that law going to arrest Mama Fina if at all you bring these issues of saying that you must come up with a defining the doctrine for what you believe? You wonder where Mama Fina is going to get her Bible, and I wonder how she's going to train her priestcy, which college is she going to take them and all that. Whatever she says there, in my opinion, I may call it a false prophecy. But the question is, who is going to define that? Who is going to really to confirm that whatever she's saying is false prophecy? So that's why we are saying a law it sounds a good idea, but legally it's just a wastage of taxpayers' money.
So what was the conclusion?